So speaking of James McAvoy, you recently saw Split,
Yes.
today.
I saw it today. Yes.
And I so wanted to go, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
So let me kind of hear what you got to say about it.
All right. No. Okay. So the Split is the latest film by acclaimed writer, director,
Controversial
M. Night Shyamalan.
writer and director.
Acclaimed, critically acclaimed for one and maybe two.
Unbreakable was the shit.
And I have things to say about Unbreakable that are very, very, very related.
Okay, go on.
So, how spoilery do you want me to get?
I don't care. Get spoilery.
Okay.
I'll probably watch it on when it streams online.
Yeah. Okay. So, it starts off, and there are these three girls. They're at a birthday party. They get kidnapped by McAvoy's character, who obviously goes by various different names.
Split personalities.
Yeah. His the body, the original kid, who became all of these other people. His name was Kevin.
Okay.
So I'll call him Kevin.
So, hey, what if it was Kevin McAllister?
Ooh, interesting. Put a pin in that.
Right.
Put a pin in that. Okay, so we don't really get much of Kevin himself. We spend most of our time in the movie with his personalities of Dennis, Hedwig, and Miss Priscilla.
Okay.
I think was her name. We also get flavors of a Barry and a Jade, and McAvoy did great with his ability to portray all of these different characters as himself being all these different characters.
So does he ever switch back and forth like that? 1 minute he's one character, or does he enter a scene as one character and exit as that same character?
For the most part, yeah, he spends each scene as a single character, but at times when those characters are having conversations with each other, yeah, you can still see him adopt the calm, kind of frightening demeanor of Miss Priscilla, and then slip into the really intense furiosity of Dennis, and then the childlike, ridiculous innocence of Hedwig, because Hedwig's a little 9-year-old boy.
Oh wow!
And he loves Kanye, and he loves dancing.
Oh
yeah,
that's cute. So anyway, go on.
It's difficult to talk about DID, the dissociative identity disorder, commonly known as split or multiple personality disorder, with any kind of real science.
Yeah.
Because
is it ever really how it's portrayed in movies?
No. Just generally no. I mean, almost every single movie has always gotten DID incredibly wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that this movie is also probably very, very wrong. But I think they might have done at least some research, because they one of the main characters is Kevin's psychologist, psychiatrist. She's studying him. He's one of her patients, and she apparently has some real tangential beliefs about what DID does to a person's body when they switch from personality to personality. She is a big believer that each of these personalities has their own physical change, body chemistry wise.
Oh wow!
You can have a young child has the strength of a young child, despite the fact that he is in Kevin's adult male body. So he's weak. He's a little 9-year-old kid. But then you have him transition into Dennis, who is an imposing, incredibly physically strong character. And Kevin's body alters in a way to actually make him that physically powerful. And that's kind of where the twist for because there's always a Shyamalan twist.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Spoiler here. It's true. His body does physically change when he switches these to these different personalities, and there's one that the reason that Dennis kidnaps the three girls is they are supposed to be food for the beast, which is the ultimate realization of this psychiatrist lady's theories, that because of the belief in one's ability to change and become something new, that Kevin's personalities have realized that they can basically make him a fucking superhero.
Wow.
They can turn him into this advanced form of life, basically, that he's virtually impervious to damage. He can climb walls like Spider-Man.
Oh, wow.
Is incredibly physically powerful. Like, he can bend metal bars and all kinds of stuff.
And does it show these things?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Because, yeah, eventually, the beast is woken and fucking goes and just murders the shit out of as many people as he can before the main character
takes him out somehow?
She doesn't, though.
Oh.
That's the thing. Kevin is still alive.
What?
At the end of this movie. Again, spoilers.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned Unbreakable.
Love that movie.
You had mentioned Unbreakable earlier. This movie takes place in the same universe as Unbreakable.
What? How? Like
Bruce Willis has a cameo.
What?
As the character from Unbreakable.
Oh my god.
And they reference Mr. Glass, Samuel L. Jackson's character.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Why didn't they market that movie like letting us know that? Because otherwise it'd have been like, I'm so excited about this movie.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, it's like kind of it's not a post-credit scene because it is right at the end of the movie. Like,
right.
The girl manages to get away, and you see McAvoy's personalities talking to himself about what he's become, and then like that's it. That's the end. They show the name of the movie, Split, comes onto the screen, and then you open back up at a diner where the news people are talking about this whole thing. The other two girls are dead. The girl that we follow through the whole thing, there's a reason that he lets her live, but he's gone and they don't know where he is. They're talking about his name, all that good stuff. And one of the patrons of the diner starts thinking, oh man, just like that one crazy guy, the wheelchair from a few years back.
Yeah.
Didn't they give him a name? And Bruce Willis, like, she leans back and Bruce Willis is there, Mr. Glass. And
wow. So do you think that possibly they're setting up maybe an Unbreakable sequel? Because I've heard rumblings throughout the years about possibly doing a sequel to that movie.
And I feel like it could be pretty good. And given the intensity of the beast in McAvoy's new personality, you'd need someone like Bruce Willis's character in order to actually defeat him.
I was all about M. Night Shyamalan for a while. When
literally
he came out with
those first two movies, and then I saw, I saw Signs, I saw The Village, and I saw
The Sixth Sense. For me, it was The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Signs, and then Lady in the Water. And then after that, I kind of fell off. I never actually saw The Village.
It's really bad.
I've heard the spoilery endings and everything. I watched maybe 20 to 30 minutes of The Happening.
See, and
what other movies has he even done? He did The Last Airbender. I didn't watch that.
Have you ever watched the series?
No.
The
I know a lot of people.
series?
I know a lot of people are super into it.
I mean, it's pretty good, and Shyamalan fucking raped it.
Oh,
just raped it.
Just bent it over and had sex with it against its will.
Yes.
Okay. And he did that movie with Will Smith and his kid, which just got terrible reviews. What was it, After Earth or whatever?
That was a Shyamalan movie?
Yeah. I mean, Will Smith produced it, and I think even came up with the story for it. But yeah, M. Night Shyamalan directed that movie.
I did hear that was pretty bad. I haven't watched that one.
Yeah, but I mean, The Sixth Sense was good.
Yep.
But Unbreakable for me kind of stood out as the best one out of all of them. Now, you said this is the best Shyamalan movie to come out in how long?
Probably since Unbreakable, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I really did enjoy it. And I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist or anything. I don't personally understand DID all that well, so I don't know how scientifically accurate it is about treating this disorder. I have no idea. So scientifically, I don't know if it even has a leg to stand on. I have heard mention of the character, the psychologist character's beliefs of the physicality, the change in
that makes
body
sense,
chemistry.
Kind of.
I had heard stuff about that, but I don't think it's anywhere near the extent even that the characters before the beast comes out in this movie interact. One of them is a diabetic.
Oh, wow. So does he have to take insulin and stuff?
Yeah, but only that personality does.
Huh. That's weird.
Like, I'm pretty sure that's highly inaccurate.
Well, I mean, it is a movie, and like I said earlier,
Yeah,
you have
suspension.
to have a willing suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
So, would you recommend Split then?
I do. Like, I mean, like I said, easily the best Shyamalan movie in years.
See, to me, when I saw the trailer, I was like, this looks good, and it's got James McAvoy in it. I would like to see that movie, and then kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, I did too.
I didn't even realize it was out until you messaged me saying you were going to go see it, and unfortunately, I couldn't, find the time to go see it. I didn't even know it was an M. Night Shyamalan movie until you told me it was an M. Night Shyamalan movie. So, so while you were watching it, or since I've talked to you, since you saw the movie, I was like, I don't know if it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, it might not be good. But then you're like, this is the best one since whatever. And now knowing that it's in the Unbreakable universe and being such a fan of that movie, now it really makes me want to see it now.
Yeah, and there are some things that I specifically did not mention about the plot of this movie. So, like the major plot points, I did cover most of those. But there is still some stuff that you will be surprised by, I think.
So, let me just ask you a little bit about James McAvoy then. And you said that his acting was great in it, and his ability to switch between these different characters. I mean, is there certain times where he just comes off as just downright scary as any of these characters?
No.
Does he carry the movie like he should, or could it have been a little bit more?
He does great. I don't know quite what you're asking. Does he carry the movie? I mean, he is the most compelling character in the movie. But I mean that the main character, Casey, I think is her name. Like, she's got a really interesting way of going about things. Like, I feel like those two equally carry this movie.
I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, are there any scenes with him where he's just like, when you're watching it, you're like, damn, that motherfucker is intense. Like, holy shit. Like,
no.
are there those kind of moments?
Sadly, no.
Because that's what I was kind of hoping for when I saw the trailer. I was like, I really hope he just comes off as just like some evil, wicked, mean, bad, nasty dude.
No, I mean, that's kind of the thing. All of the personalities have reasons behind the things that they do, even the horrible things that Dennis does.
Okay.
And
the implication.
There is an implication about Dennis that you know, you'll see it when you see the movie.
Okay.
But like it gets into a bit of the backstory behind a couple of the personalities, like the reason that they split off of Kevin's original personality.
Okay.
And like Dennis's original reason to come into being was to protect Kevin from his abusive mother. So yeah, like there's still reasons.
Do we get any like flashbacks of him as a kid and anything like that?
Nope.
No. Okay. Huh. Well, have you seen Split? Let us know in the comments below.